So, welcome back students again for the discussion of graphical theory of motion in one dimension. In previous session, this time we are discussing about the two-dimensional geometry only. It doesn't mean that motion becomes two-dimensional. This is two-dimensional geometry, which takes place in a straight line only, along a straight line. And any point is defined by two parameters. One is abscissa, other is ordinate. We have studied this in our previous session that any point is described by two parameters. One is abscissa and other is ordinate. If we write the coordinates of a point in a two-dimensional plane, why two-dimensional? It has two axes, x-axis and y-axis. As x1, y1, px1, y1 means what? If coordinates of point P be x1, y1, then we can conclude what about that point? This is very important. What we can conclude from the point which is lying on two-dimensional plane and has the coordinates x1, y1. First point, first conclusion is that if we mark a point A, so A is called foot of perpendicular drawn from P to A. If we draw a perpendicular from P to x-axis, A is foot of perpendicular from P to A. And the first conclusion is that point P is x1 unit away from the origin along x-axis. This is the first conclusion. That point A, but we are discussing about point P. So we will write the point P, which is just above A. Point P is x1 unit away from the origin along x-axis. And second conclusion is almost the same. Can you tell the second conclusion? We draw perpendicular from P to y-axis with foot of the perpendicular from P to y-axis as B. So what can you say about B? B is y1 unit away from the origin along y-axis, on the y-axis, but we are discussing about P. So similar is the distance of P from x-axis or the origin. We have written point P is x1 unit away from the origin along x-axis. From the origin we have written. Now second is point P is y1 unit away from the origin along y-axis. Point P is means AP equals to OB equals to y1. Third point. What is the third conclusion? Coordinates of foot of perpendicular drawn from P to x-axis. So what are the coordinates of foot of perpendicular drawn from P to x-axis? It is A. Clearly it is A. We already have discussed this. That's when we draw a perpendicular from P to x-axis, the foot of the perpendicular drawn from P to x-axis has the coordinates x1, 0. We have already discussed in previous session the point which is x1 unit away from the origin along the x-axis on the x-axis has the coordinate x1, 0. And fourth point is also the same. Coordinates of foot of perpendicular drawn from P to y-axis. This is y-axis. And B is the foot of perpendicular drawn from P to y-axis. And its coordinate will be, what will be the coordinates of B? Can you tell? The coordinates of B, coordinates of foot of perpendicular drawn from P to y-axis is B so coordinates of point of which is making the foot of perpendicular drawn from P to B means to y-axis, which is marked by B is 0, y1. These are the conclusions. Means the first point which we have written, point P is x1 unit away from the origin along x-axis. x1 unit away from the x-axis means OA. First is denoted by OA equals to x1. Second is denoted by OB equals to y1. And next is already written. A is denoted by x1, 0. B is denoted by 0, y1. So very easy it is. So now we read the next theory. In which we will use the conclusions which we have obtained in the previous theory. Clearly, this is positive direction of x-axis, this is negative direction of x-axis, this is positive direction of y-axis, and this is negative direction of y-axis. And if we mark a point P with the coordinates x1, y1, we need a larger graph. For this discussion, positive direction of x-axis, positive direction of y-axis, negative direction of x-axis, y dash is negative direction of y-axis, point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is the origin. Now, if we mark a point P with coordinates x1, y1 and another point Q with the coordinates x2, y2. Draw this in your notebook. And join these 2 points. This is a straight line joining the 2 points. On which P x1, y1 and Q x2, y2 lies. And if we produce this line to intersect x-axis, then remember this angle, let's denote it with theta, is called inclination. Inclination of line so write the next heading, inclination. So how to define this inclination? We know that this is the positive direction of x-axis. And this is the line on which the 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 are lying. 2 points with the coordinate P x1, y1 and Q x2, y2 are lying on this line. That's denoted by small l. Inclination is the angle which the line makes with positive direction of x-axis. This is the positive direction of x-axis and this is the line. So we write the angle which a line makes with positive direction of x-axis is called its inclination, denoted by the Greek letter theta. The angle which a line makes with positive direction of x-axis is called its inclination theta. Write the definition and learn it. Repeat with me thrice. The angle which a line makes with positive direction of x-axis is called its inclination, means inclination of the line. The angle which a line makes with the positive direction of x-axis is called its inclination of the line. So remaining we will discuss in next term, next session. First, learn these definitions which we have discussed today. Write all these notes and prepare them properly. Rome was not built in a day. Means what? We cannot study everything in a single day. But you have to learn that thing which is discussed with you in today's classes. Then only you will be able to understand the remaining topic. This is the mathematical theory of physics, which we have discussed today. And it is used in almost all the chapters of physics. So don't ignore it, learn it properly. And we will meet in next session also for the further discussion. Okay, students.